And I will. I have the Jace as a backup, so I can fight during his turn, and then if he taps out to win this fight, we can just play Jace. And we got there. That was his game-changing play, and we kept the guard on. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today a treat for all the control players, because we are playing an Esper control with a lot of counterspells. Yep, we went harder on the counterspells this time, and the treat for the deck is the Consider. It seems like a small card, but the idea is that early game you always have this problem. Do you hit your lands? Do you hit your removal? Do you hit a counterspell that will win you the game against a Fable? And you know what? Consider is 1 mana play, like you usually have this 1 mana lying around, right? So when you can make it and fix your, like the fact that you can draw land 1 turn faster can make or break your game. So this really makes the deck much more consistent in my opinion, and we have enough of the other card though. So Consider is literally the card that you are never unhappy to see in your hand. It's always helpful during the game, even in top deck mode. So other than this, we have 4 Bankbusters, triple Memory Deluge, so we are a bit hard on the value. We don't want to miss any single turn. And with all the counter spells, we also need to play some removal. 1 cut down, triple go for the frauds, and double Void for those, you know, trespassers or all the annoying stuff. We are not playing a lot of sweepers, so we kinda need to dig for them, but with Jace and some removal and some counter spells, you need to trade those counter spells into removal in some way and slow the game a little bit. And we are actually playing 25 lands. I know, crazy, but this is due to the Consider. We should be hitting lands better than having 26 overall. I think you will like it. It's, you know, your classic control that you all like and love. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Esper. It gives me, you know, good notification that you enjoy this kind of decks. And thank you for all the comments. Like, even if I don't respond, I'm trying to read all of them, so really appreciate it, and so happy you guys are enjoying the channel and the videos. We are trying our best here. So let's go into the games and have some fun in control magic. Alright, win rate. We went exactly 50% in like 8 games. And honestly, some of the games felt a little bit unlucky. I think it's like 52% win rate deck, you know? It's good. It's pretty cool. Alright, Shuffler is absolutely fine. That's such a bad hand, man. Is it bad enough? Like, we have 1 white source. So we are auto-losing to extremely good mono-red opening, but everything else might be slow enough that we can actually dig into the populate, stabilize the board, and, you know, go from there. And this is actually a pretty good one. This gives us all the mana we need, we can consider. So, see, sometimes you take this kind of hand, and from the absolute garbage hand, it seems like if we, for 2 first turns, can, you know, make our plays, it's absolutely great. I like the land, but in next few turns we should draw more. Famous last words. This might get abraded, it's fine. It won't get abraded, it's even more fine. With double Bankbuster I can risk the first one. If I had 1 I probably wouldn't play it. Alright, it's fine. Annoying, as always, but fine. And we need to kill it, it's way too good. So he will get the cycling, he will get the other Kiki-Jiki part, but we'll go from there. Hopefully he plays something into the board that we can depopulate together with Kiki-Jiki, right? That would be nice value. Alright, only 1 card. That is interesting. This means he is extremely happy with all the cards he has. This is a shorted turn, by the way. Or just a Fable turn. Alright. Interesting. I didn't see any reanimation targets so far. I will play greedily, because I think we can start drawing cards, and with Depopulate and Farewell, like Depopulate makes sure that you can survive until Farewell, whatever happens. Like if he plays Shrouded in this turn, and then he plays something aggressive like Harvester, like you will die maybe before Farewell, right? Maybe? Or you know, you will be at 5 at Farewell and he just invokes you in the end. So something like this. Alright, that's good. Good that we hold some mana. I mean, the big punish for double Bankbuster would be Brotherhood's End. That's something I didn't consider, and they should be playing it. So, in retrospect, maybe that was bad decision just because of Brotherhood's End. We got lucky, but probably still a mistake. Do I want to depopulate this board or the next one? I think we go like this. We can remove whatever he plays with the Voidland, and as long as we keep drawing cards with Bankbuster, oh, that's kinda fine. But now this is the Bankbuster we kinda need to be wary about. The damage is not huge. We can go Voidland into Bankbuster, and that's a decent play. So we can negate all of this. He really wants those treasures, right? And I didn't depopulate because the Saga didn't turn into the Kiki-Jiki yet. So I will probably depopulate right now. It's also pretty cheap spell, right? So we still have 2 mana open. If we draw Make Disappear or something, that would be amazing. If he plays more into the board, that's even better for us. Because right now he doesn't have a lot of pressure, right? It's only like a 4/4 and that's it. So he probably wants more because this gives us 4 turns to stabilize. Alright. Not extremely perfect, but it will do. And now we can exile all the enchantments and have a clear board. And the creatures. Oh, that's a land! So it's Sokenzan or Takenuma, I think, right? Otherwise they would play it. Interesting, alright. Do I want to give him the cycling? You know what? We have so many depopulates. I will give him the cycling. Last time he didn't cycle anything. So he seems to be extremely happy with his hand, and this way we can get this 2 mana to draw with the Bankbuster. The faster I get those cards, the faster I hit Memory Deluge, so I can keep digging and close the game. Because right now we are, what, 6 high quality cards to our random 4 basically. So we need to equalize. Bankbuster will equalize it fully. He has many cards, not much tempo, and we have a lot of tempo and not really much value, so we need to fix it. So I think we should be able to win this game if we play it right. Unless we draw like, you know, 5 lands in a row. But I think we should hit Memory Deluge and then we stabilize. First one. Alright, this is definitely not a good target for war. However, let's go for the play. Make Disappear is a really good card. So I'm not playing this one, even though it seems that I have a lot of mana, because right now we are kinda pressured from different sides, right? Later this probably won't matter as much. So he wants to attack with the Harvester, right? That's probably the play. But I will just draw... Man, they are really doing it! Oh boy. I have 4 war, which could be pretty good if he plays like this. I don't have much value, man. Do I really need to protect it? Then he just kills the pilot, so I don't think it's good. And he still has the board. This is a hard counter spell for now, so no, a good deal. No blocks, we take the damage. And we see what we draw. Hopefully something that is not a land. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so this should win the game if we play it smart. So he can copy it, right? That will be the play. If we play the Emperor right now, he cannot do it, and if he plays something into the board, we just make disappear it. If there was no Kiki-Jiki, it's better to play the Emperor and just -1 and trade, but with Kiki-Jiki, it will, like, the mirror thing will happen before the Harvester is tapped, so we cannot answer it. We can kill the Kiki-Jiki, I guess, but then he has double Harvester, kills the Emperor, like, it's messy. Alright, we still are not out of this, because we didn't hit our... Well, we hit our value cards, but I wasted one of them, and second one didn't give enough, so we need to wait until Memory Deluge to close the game. And this is a fine card for us. So if he tries to copy it and attack the Emperor, we just sacrifice, depopulate everything, and we have Emperor on the board with open mana and 1 extra card that is hopefully a Memory Deluge. If not, we just keep going. And we don't really super care about the graveyard, so it's not a big deal. He also doesn't really deal any extra damage. And we would lose the pilot anyway. So, you know, not really any kind of loss. And we answer a bunch of cards, and what is more important, none of the cards are multicolored, so he doesn't get the card. And we also go around the world fully. And that's a land. It's a land. Let's keep the Emperor up, because that's basically our only value. We could minus and get back with Takenuma, I guess. But I don't super like this play for some reason. I think he will make sure that he kills Emperor at some point. Sure. I think we farewell this. Because they're still Invoke Despair, right? And you don't like Invoke Despairs. And throw a card? I mean, it's a good card, but in this situation a bit awkward. Alright. We can create a dude, and then get Takenuma back at the end step, play the Emperor, and still have 3 mana for a counterspell. Or we can just farewell this. I like this play a bit more. I think it's sneakier. Alright, 4 cards, you'll have to see it. See? And that's what we needed to make Disappear for. Now if he wants to attack... Oh, that will be cool, because if he attacks, he thinks he will get the trait. In reality, I will lose the Emperor. Alright. Oh, that's an interesting one. But we can just keep blocking, right? Let's draw a card, because I really want to draw it. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm taking it. You just don't say no to the counterspells, you know? This will be very mana intensive turn. Alright, so we kill the Emperor ourselves. The question is, do we do the thing right now? I think we do. Man, this is why I played the Takenuma lands. Like, even if you miss everything, you still hit something. And we still have a counterspell. And she's back! To exile the shore that didn't want to kill her. Alright, and we have double counterspells. All we need to do is untap and keep pressuring. That's the first one. Let's go with the Urza's Rebuff. Because this can hit, you know, some underdog. They don't play it, but it's just a little bit better. And here is the Jace. Let's keep pumping, so we can play and create some pressure, and the game should be ours. That's one of the big decisions. Do we draw cards? I think we draw cards. We need to rebuild a little bit. Oh my god, he actually plays it. He actually plays it for some reason. We could farewell this. But it will cost him a lot of mana. And I like the sound of him wasting a lot of mana. Nah. Nope. The biggest pleasure of playing a counterspell deck. Nope. No invokes in this game. And suddenly your deck is not as hot anymore. Explosion? Like, he cannot really make any plays. A braid, alright. So he gave up on waiting for the Bankbuster. That literally just happened. Alright. And I mean, I will mill you. Don't you worry.
I will clear your...
Double Memory Deluge. You know what? It's cool situation. He thinks he will be winning, right? Because he plays the underdog, he gets the free value every turn for 0 cards. What he doesn't know is that we have 4 of 8 cards. Wow. This is some Mythic level gaming, man. That's the 4th Invoke Despair in 28 cards. I mean, sure, we will try to hit our counterspells. Let's see if we can match this skill. Obviously not. I mean, we are still going, we have counterspells. Like, we have something that can hit it, but man, 8 cards, easy, 0 counterspells. Let's go Consider and maybe the Emperor, so we can sacrifice the Emperor. We still win this, but it's kinda hilarious. Let's go like this, and the Emperor, because we can replay her. And we'll probably Consider. As you can see, even if he resolved the 4th Invoke Despair, it's still like not really strong, right? He got 1 card and killed some tokens, basically. All of this that was the card. This was exactly what I was fishing for. Alright, deck. You are messing with me at this point. And yeah, we have so much value that we don't need to do really anything, and he's out of invokes. His deck does not contain Invoke Despair anymore. That's good to see. Cool. Yeah, that was kinda the only play you can make. It's not like we're playing other creatures than the tokens, right? Cool. Do you want to attack? The smarty play would be to not attack. And this was too slow. I should do it faster. I mean, maybe he was thinking about going for the throat on his own underdog in case of the Ember. Okay, if that's the case, I will give him the credit, because that would be the play, but it wouldn't really save him, right? Unless he has another go for the throat and... Alright, so what is the play? One card in the hand, one underdog in the field. Alright, cool. And now we can start playing Memory Deluge for the win. That was the Syncopate. I mean, I like lands, but I need to go for the value right now. Alright, 30 cards. Let's keep plussing. I don't need more cards anymore. I just need to kill him in next few turns. With this and this, we basically negate two of his top decks. So I don't think that will be an issue. And with Memory Deluge, we can keep drawing cards. So we just need to hit double Jace and mill him. And that was a weird game, but I think we did pretty okay. Alright, opponent goes first. I mean, we have Syncopate and go for the throat. Man, I want to be on the play with this kind of hand. This is so much better. Alright, let's go like this. This will hurt for a while, for, you know, one turn, but it's fine. And he's named Azorius. Alright. I appreciate it with Azorius sleeves. It's some quality gaming right there. No joke. Alright, so he will probably be quite heavy on the counterspells, I would guess, right? If he's some fellow control player. Enthusiast. Restoration of a Gandru. This is definitely something you'll love to see countered. Like all the dogs, they can cycle one of the cards into dogs, something like this. Or, you know, not exactly cycle, but you get the idea. We have double blue. So the plan is to go... Probably save this one if I can. Try to go for the throws, whatever he plays, and just go Emperor. And at the end step consider, we know the matchup, we know we need value control cards right now. I need white mana, man. Oh boy. Really bad draw. Alright, we got to our land thanks to consider. The only way I can hit my cards. This could be target for Dissipate because it cycles 4 cards for them, but I still think it's such a value card that we cannot waste it on anything that isn't like crucial. We are behind. We should be Emperoring on this turn, so it might get rough. So if he has the Emperor and he plays 4 of them, he will have the initiative. Like he will cast it in my end step. And then I cannot cast my Emperor, he has open mana, it's not great. And I have half hand, that doesn't really matter. Emperor at the end step, unfortunately, is really high chance. But he's down with the cards because he plays a lot of Fateful Mending. Alright. So he has a lot of lands, right? It means that he has at least like 1-2 more lands. Okay, Otawara, so that's probably the last one. Alright, and now we can play the Emperor to get it countered, then we can maybe go Takenuma. Huh. I'm pretty sure he should run a lot of counterspells. This is very slow build, right? Jace is pretty good. So we always start with the Emperor, so if he does some... Like if you attack first, they can kill the Emperor in response, and you cannot activate the ability, right? Do we need... Yeah, I think we need the land, just for, you know, make disappear attacks or something. I think I keep the Jace. He will do stuff. You know what? It's kind of fine. We have the board advantage right now. Okay, good. Good. I would be scared if he actually plussed, because that means that they populate. Soul Partition, sure. It's a card for 1 loyalty. I'll take it. We can protect our place a little bit. Because now we will have to fight for the Emperor, right? Oh, that's good. Now I can just keep blocking for free, right? But that's a smart play, honestly. Because now I have to make the first move. And I will. I have the Jace as a backup, so I can fight during his turn, and then if he taps out to win this fight, we can just play Jace. And he has only 3 cards, so even if he has good response, it's just now 2 cards, right? So even if he has a removal, it's like 50% of his value right now. And we got there. That was his game-changing play, and we kept the guard on. Yep, and now we have this cool situation when we have the Emperor with token that keeps attacking. And he needs to trade into it every turn. Whoever plays the first Emperor always get this kind of synergy. The other one is basically burning through loyalty. Right, so that suggests some removal, right? 6 cards. Alright, this is important decision. We can -3 this in case he has removal. White decks have Farewell, Soul Partition. I don't see anything that really kills Planeswalkers. And I think he played like this because he expects to hit removal and kill this and attack the Emperor. But with this -3, he cannot even kill anything, even if he hits removal. And then we can start pressuring, create more tokens, and then start going with Jace, you know, all the good stuff. Yeah, we all have so many dead cards for the matchup because everything is so aggro oriented, right? I want to start drawing some cards. Do I mill him? I will mill him. He has Fateful Mending, but I didn't see like Invoke Justice deck so far, so you know, I'll take the risk. And let's start going wider, so he's in a tough spot. As you can see, like, those 2 cards don't matter at all in this matchup, so even though he has only 2 cards, he actually has more value than us. And with the Fateful Mending, he can cycle basically the dead cards, right? He didn't, so they must be good. Or he just prefers to do it during his turn instead of the end step, for some reason. Why not, right? Why not? Alright, very anti-creature build, so I'm not super surprised. That's fine. As you can see, we both have a lot of this stuff in our hand. Oh, Make Disappear is great. Still, let's draw some cards. Even though, oh man, but my 2 cards a turn are worse than his 1 card a turn, unfortunately. Alright, so we will try to keep the Emperor alive. We have... I will play it. Like, we have Memory Deluge, we can burn 11 mana in 1 turn. If we ever hit any of them. Make Disappear is a good start. That's a good start, definitely. Especially that he keeps making 2 plays a turn, so the second one is always counterable. Man, those are some double land discards. And let's make this one. Let's plus the Jace. We also are hitting lands. I think we hit lands since like 3 turns, right? But the point is that when we have the creature right now, we can make Disappear for 4, so it means that he can only make a 3 mana play, and that's not extremely relevant. Man, we're just both cycling lands, like, Shuffler, bro, like, at some point someone will hit something that is not a land. So I think we're in decent advantage, we are not in the game-winning advantage for sure. And he will get the Bankbuster, which is absolutely huge right now. And we cannot do anything about it except hitting Farewell, which needs our drawing skills, so I'm not extremely happy about this one. And now we'll draw 3 cards, and that's perfect. That's why I'm milling him, even though he has, you know, some mill synergy. And as you can see, this fixed everything. So I could bounce the Otawara. Is that a good play? I mean, we have a lot of mana thanks to our plays before. You'll just play it again. We cannot stroke it, we cannot make disappear it. I think what we have to do is void rent it, because that denies the Bankbuster, and suddenly he's down to 3 cards instead of like 7. And that's a huge deal. I mean, with Memory Deluge, I think we are out of the flood. I think we should be able to close this game. And that's the problem. I really like the Fateful Mending, right? But if you play too many, suddenly you have, you know, little cards in the hand. Even if you cycle the lands. So, you know, after all of this card drawing, so much mana spent, he's only at 5 cards, right? And he's also behind on everything. And that should be the scoop, right? It was an Atraxa deck, that's interesting. Oh, he's still here. Alright, I appreciate it. But honestly, I think this is the point where the game is kinda over. We are taking all the cards that matter. Man, Consider is never a bad card to draw. See? Just got extra +1 card for 1 mana. Alright, let's create some more board. Let's start passing so we can -2 again. But where are the Invoked Justices, bro? All of them in the hand, maybe? I don't know. I can play the land, and with Memory Deluge I should keep the train rolling, you know? I could farewell the graveyards, but then I lose my Memory Deluge, and I can just counter animation spell, right? He should... If he didn't scoop, I expect a, you know, 7-8 mana play, or just reanimation. Alright, so he is going for farewell on the creatures. Alright, I will make new ones. I can also just mill him with Jace. Yeah, so we will... So Jace Counterspell, and that should do it, right? So, let's mill for 2. And that's why it's so cool to have Jace as a win con. I thought I have less loyalty. I think so bad magic. For some reason I thought I had 2 loyalty. It's fine. It's fine. We're just getting stuff. So for... Oh, okay. Let's go the populates because they are absolutely wasted. I don't know why. So I didn't play the second Jace, so he doesn't know he's dead. But with double Counterspell we can close the game anyway, right? And it is indeed in Invoke Justice deck. Very slow one though. I didn't see more than one, so I think he should have 4 of those if that's the strategy. But maybe just the wildcard thing. I mean, at some point I will get it right. Alright, and now we'll play second Jace and we have Counterspell to protect. Unless all of the... Oh my god, were all of the Invoke Justice at the bottom of the deck? Oh boy, what... What a game. Yep, good game, my friend. I appreciate Feral Control player. That was a weird... I want to see if he plays 4 Invoke Justice and all of them 1. I think he played 3, right? Alright. So let's go for the next turn so we don't make it longer. Oh boy, that was such a weird game, but the point is when we got into Counterspells and he didn't have any relevant plays, like all of us play so much, you know, creature hates that against control matchup we don't really have much. Alright, opponent goes first. Oh, this is not a good hand, man. This is a losing hand on the draw. Unless you are against a normal deck that is not extremely aggressive. Let's see if that's a mountain. No mountain, you love to sit. Yeah, I think I need at least 1 tapland right now, because I don't want to pain myself every single turn, you know. And I think double Consider should fix a situation quite a bit. So we will see what the play is, and we will play accordingly. It might be a depopulate matchup. Let's take one. Alright, for now I'm fine. Like, we want to consider when it actually matters. You know what? But maybe we can hit removal? We have enough lands, right? So let's try. Maybe we have a cut down or something like this, you know? Alright, that's a decent land. We need double white for sure. Huh. You know what? Let's make this kind of play, because it really fits the depopulate. And even though the treasures, what are the advantage of having treasure? You can play more stuff, and I actually want him to play more stuff into the board. So, you know, unless, oh no, it's Cruelty of Geeks deck. Alright, Farewell just got very high priority, and that's a double Fable. The best play you can make by turn 4, double Fable. So I think it's a Reanimator deck, and on the next turn he will reanimate the... So this will hit our Jace or face on the next turn. That's my thinking. Alright, that's interesting. This is a really big turn. We don't have much time. We could depopulate this and force him to attack Jace. And we could draw a card as well. That's not bad. That's not bad. And I will... Oh boy, I will mill all the good cards, right? I'm sure of it. I don't want to give him more choices. Alright, I mean, Memory Deluge and some removal. It's okay-ish. Alright, the point is that I wanted to get some value out of Jace before it dies. And it will probably die. All we need to do is survive until we can hit 6 mana. That's the play. He's cycling all the bad cards for the matchup, and Cruelty is here, right? Yep. Oh, something else. What is it? Put target creature card from... Alright. That's an interesting one. And it has haste. We won't be able to kill it. Oh no, he's smart. He knows that he can just kill us. By the way, that was game-winning card. Right there. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's so bad. But he can use it to create a copyright, so it's not exactly great. But then we answer with a removal, but I mean, it's something. Like oh no. Please, bro. Like, I have a removal. I have it. I mean, if we had Voidrant even. Voidrant could avoid this. We had all the tools we needed. We also had Farewells. We just needed to be on the play to win this one. Alright, another game on the draw in a row. Man. It's so hard to be on the play with control decks, truly. So we need to play Raffin Tower because that's the only access to black mana. And we definitely might need some black mana on the next turns. Alright, so we seem to be against mono-white control. It's a decent matchup for us, but we need to be careful about all the threats. I want to counter on the next turn, so let's cycle. I know more or less what I want by now. Union is fine. It's not something you will ever counter. Emperor is nice, but you know what is nicer? Hitting your land drops, and I know I won't. Alright, good. Alright, so we have a counter spell ready. We're somewhere. We need to hit this Memory Deluge and then we'll stabilize. Voidrant is also pretty cool. So, will we give them planes? I think we just go Voidrant on this one. We have to go, unless we just go for the throat and give him the full value. I mean, it's not the bad idea. It's only 2 mana at some point. And I want to keep the counter spells. So, of course, he might have whiffed on the lands. But you don't really have any ways of knowing this, and he can just hold the planes in the hand, you know. I think he played the Ganj, right? So that should be the last one. Sure. The circuit will be mended. Alright, that's interesting. I think we will go with the Emperor, not the card advantage, simply because we have then so much pressure into the board, and we can kill the creature, we have the land. So, you know, And I want 3-3 because I want some pressure. He might draw a card, it's fine. The point is that even if he draws a card, like I get the empty board, and the point is that I have a counter spell, so whatever he draws, it's fine. I think I will counter something, so Bankbuster is just simply better. Because then we don't waste this 2 mana, right? We can cast Memory Deluge only if he doesn't do anything. Alright. Maybe I won't counter it in the end. This is a very low impact play, of course. I could draw a card. Oh, drawing cards is so hot. I really want to hit my land drops, and that's why Consider is in the deck. So I can finally curve out. Alright, Bankbuster, sure. Yeah, this is exactly why I did it. Because there is... Oh, but I won't have the mana, right? I really wanted to hit the populate, honestly. I will keep blasting, man. You know, it's not like we're killing him very quickly, but we are... See? 3 cards. He shouldn't... I don't think he should ever block like this. Like, you don't care about this life. And now I can go for the throat. And slowly but surely we are taking control over the game. I think it should be ours by now. But we still need to fish like 1-2 more counter spells. Not relevant, go. The fact that he's wasting full turn or on cycling 1 card is absolutely amazing. Cool. So we keep on... we cannot go for the throat, but we can Memory Deluge. It will be hard to hit this land into Jace, I think. Jace is pretty cool, and it helps us close the game. I need to keep hitting my land drops. So the point was, Bankbuster is much easier to be used, you know? So we wanted the Memory Deluge first. And now we can make us another Samurai and start going from there. I know. It's fine. And I mean, I will just keep blasting it. You know, it's 1 mana saved. Like, it doesn't matter, he will probably block, draw the card. But when something matters, we just counter it. And I really want to dig into the second counter spell. This keeps me, you know, protected against anything for 1 turn. But I need 2 turns to, you know, start going there. How is he at 39? Like, how is he at 39? I mean, it's not the biggest difference and we might still win just by milling him. But, oh boy, that's some serious cards right there. And there's the battlefield. We mill 3 cards. Target card. Alright, cool. I mean, this probably will die because it helps him defend a little bit, I guess. Alright, I mean, we are getting milled, ladies and gentlemen, in wide deck. Seems legit. How many Jaces? 1. Right, so we need to be a bit more careful with the other one. I have the land for the next turn. But still, let's go. The next activation is extremely cheap, so I think it's worth it. I think... Oh, and that's the counterspell that will win the game. So, okay, I think we now won the game. Do we go with the populate? Not really. We can... Oh, it's an artifact, sure. We could depopulate or just void rend. Or no. We can just go like this and keep attacking for free. I could +1 first, but I honestly don't mind the trade. I actually want him to trade even a little bit. Cool. He wants to kill this one. We could void rend it right now. That would be perfect trade, right? And now the first strike trades here for free. And we depopulated asymmetrically with 1 single card. Alright. I want some serious milling. So I wanted to -3 my opponent. That's a good play right there. Alright, we can activate the Bankbuster. He is at 35, but it will go really quickly. Like, we can dish 12 damage on the next turn, and that's no joke. And this is the reason he wants to go depopulate. And you know what? I'm still winning the control game. I'm fine. This is just one of my win cons. And I keep drawing cards, which is amazing. And that's the beauty of having this kind of control deck. Even if your opponent can clear your little things, you don't really care. You don't really care. And we can protect our Planeswalker. I didn't play the land for the turn, right? So let's go Consider and try to hit the land drop. I mean, it's not the land drop, but it's fine. I should grow the Bankbuster. It's fine, guys. Don't worry. We are just giving him the hope so we can crush him harder. Like, honestly, the game is over, so I'm not paying super much attention. But, yeah. Interesting one. So let's go for Stroke. Simply. Because it hits less things than the Dissipate. And as you can see, he also knows, like, he cannot go through the Counterspells, especially with double Memory Deluge in the graveyard. Like, we just keep drawing them.